to hear. Drink a good deal of it, make a good meal of it, stick to your old-fashioned beer. Now don't be afraid of it, drink till you're made of it. Now all together a cheer.
Hello again, folks. Once again. Oh,
Thanks
Farkle.
for stopping.
Oh, I didn't need to do that one. Well, let's try that again. It's Mark here, your beeronaut and craft beer examiner for Chicago, doing another one-take beer review, and this may erupt again in a noise from the Superdawgs drive-in website. One of the great pieces of roadside Americana found right in Chicago. And also they have an outlet in Wheeling. They're both on the same Milwaukee Avenue, which is how I was able to acquire this for my dinner after work today. And the reason I got that is because I have been waiting for a chance to taste this. This is the Superdawgs Super Bier. It is made by Lake Effect Brewing in Chicago. And it's yet another one of the many new Chicago brewers I have not had a chance to try yet. So this is a German-style Kölsch beer, Kölsch-style beer, which was meant to go right along with the Superdawgs, which is not like all the other Vienna beef wieners. And I'm just going to nudge this over a little bit here. It's not like the Vienna beef wieners that are found at most Chicago dog places. They make their own, which I think is more beefy and a little more garlicky. Do I have a favorite? No, I'm just happy to have so much choice out here. So we're going to it is still made Chicago style, which is with pickle, relish, and no ketchup, of course. This is served when you pick it up at the drive-in, one of the few drive-ins that survived in Chicago, nestled in its own bed of fries, which are probably nice and soggy by now because it took me so long to get them home. Well, I'm not going to dig out the hot dog right now, just going to get the taste of some of the fries in my mouth and then pop this open. I think a Kölsch style is a pretty good choice for what's basically a German style sausage, and we're using the choice of glass, which is the Stenge glass or the bullet glass, which unfortunately I am just totally unable to pour without kicking up a huge head like this. I may just put the camera on pause for a couple minutes and let it dwindle down a bit, I think. Okay, well, I've let the foam settle and put in a little more beer while snacking on some fries, and so I've got myself all nicely set up for a sip of beer and a bite of hot dog. Why don't we get out the hot dog, which has been slowly getting chilly. Now I take mine without the pickles and relish. I just have mustard and onion on here, no ketchup. Hot dog has that nice sausage snap to it. As I said, a little garlicky flavor. And now for the beer. Has that clean, slightly sudsy malt smell of the old-time beers, if you may have remembered having a good beer your first time out. And of course it kicks up a very nice big head. Kölsch is one of those hybrid styles. It's actually made with well, I'm not I'm going to get this wrong, but it's a hybrid style because it's made like a lager, but it's fermented with ale yeast, so it can be done at times when there were not cold enough conditions to make a lager. And it's a very hard style to do right because it has to be so light and balanced. This one has a clean malt flavor, but I think there's some oxidation to this already. I have had this for about a month or two, waiting for the chance to get the hot dogs. So, but there is a nice hop burn that's coming in on me right now. And so the difference there is whether you like your peppers with hot dogs, that kind of helps to counteract it. But in this case, I get a little bit of rubbery tastes like. There is some oxidation involved here, and it probably has to do with kicking up the head like this. But again, it's a Kölsch style beer. It's meant to be enjoyed fresh, and I think it is a good go with hot dogs. And they have been pretty hard to find. I actually found this near me, which is many miles away from the nearest Superdawg, but I think it's something that will catch on. I'm told they are coming up with another style, possibly to go with some of the other menu choices at the Superdawg drive-in restaurant, which is something that I will really recommend anyone who's coming into the Chicago area, or if you've never been. It's just one of our great reasons that this is such a cool town, and the fact that we have so much beer.
Now don't be afraid of it. Drink till you're made of it. Now all together a cheer. Up with the sail of it. Down with the pain of it. Glorious, glorious beer.